Hi babes, it's Celestia here, back with another video. Do you guys see how consistent I am with making sure that my legacy is being kept alive? I am really staying consistent. I will never forget this person commented on my live on YouTube. I was like, you need to take YouTube seriously. And ever since I got clocked by her or she or he, I have been clocked in. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I am doing well. I am very confident and comfortable in this state when it comes to where I am at in life. I'm not trying to pressure anything and force situations to happen. I am provoking the chances that I can provoke when the opportunities are right in front of me. It is important, of course, to take the risks that you need to take to be able to, get the things you want in this life. But I'm not forcing anything. I'm just aligning my life with my purpose and what I see myself being and doing in life. And by that, of course, you will have to take risks and provoking your chances. First of all, I want to mention thank you so much for supporting me and following my YouTube channel, subscribing to my channel, interacting with me on TikTok, interacting with me on Instagram and everywhere. Sometimes I'm not the best person to answer you guys' messages. I am sorry for that. Even though I am posting a lot on social media, I'm not always on social media, fun fact. But I do appreciate you all reaching out to me. It means so much to me, and it's so fun to see how many girls, how many women just in general are connecting with the things that I am saying and with my vision and how I'm building myself from scratch. I always say that I'm not there yet. I'm basically just building myself up and making sure that I actually become the person I want to become. And I know that what I'm doing right now when it comes to who I am and the things I want to do in this life, it's something long lasting, and I feel like this is what I was talking a little bit about earlier. But I do believe that it is very important to build up something that is sustainable and long lasting. And when you want to build something long lasting, it is important to understand that you cannot rush into things. You cannot rush into a situation. You cannot rush into the things you want to be well kept, It's almost as if, let's say you're saving up for a Chanel bag. I really want one. But let's say now you're saving up your money for a bag, a Chanel bag, and it takes you maybe 1 year, 2 years, depending on how much you make, if you have bills to pay, if you live alone, whatever it may be. It takes its time it needs to take for you to be able to pay or fully pay a Chanel bag. And the day you buy the bag, it feels like such an accomplishment. You feel so accomplished. You feel like, oh my God, I finally have my dream bag. But wait, now I actually need to take care of it. Now I actually need to cherish it and hold it tight, That's kind of how I see my career as well. I see my career and who I am as a person as a very valuable person with very high standards. This is why also when it comes to dating, because a lot of people have asked me, a lot of people think I have sugar daddies. A lot of people think I'm dating old men, which I'm not. Unfortunately, I don't have a sugar daddy. I almost sometimes wish I did have one, but it's so time consuming and exhausting, and I just don't have the time and energy to do that. I don't even go out on dates with, people come up to me and ask for my number. I don't even have dating apps. So yeah, I don't really remember the last thing that I spoke about because my camera actually died. But I think it's very important just in general that you do not underestimate your ability to actually succeed in this life. Because the possibility and the opportunity for you to actually get the things you want in this life is there. If so many people have succeeded in this life, so many people have been able to do the things they actually want in this life and accomplish their dreams, why wouldn't you be able to do it as well? Most of the time, the reason why we do not go after the things we want in this life, it's because we're too focused on other things that's happening around us than just being focused about us. And this was what was one of my weaknesses when I was, you know, growing up. I still haven't lived my life fully yet. So I can only speak from my 23 years of experience to life. And one thing, looking back at certain things, I was so affected by my surroundings and so affected by things that were happening around me. I felt like I wasn't living for me. I wasn't pursuing my life for me. I wasn't disciplined in my life for me. I was disciplined in making sure that I do not embarrass myself because I thought about what other people would think about me. I always used to put my mind into other people's thoughts. And today, the reason why I am so confident and free within the woman that I am today is because I live my life for me. I'm not focused about getting a man or dating. I'm not focused about, you know, having as many friends as possible, or, you know, being invited to certain people, or getting a phone call from my friends or whatever. I let the actions speak for themselves, and I live my life for me, and I stay focused with my own life. Sometimes I think in this life you will be more rewarded if you do things that benefit you at the end. And yes, it is important to also think about other people. It is important to have a good heart at the end. Having a good heart will give you back as well. But I do believe that staying selfish and self-centered and just focusing on your goals and not caring so much about other opinions, because there's so many people in my life ever since I was young, like from my parents and my cousins and many people who have always tried to tell me who I am, what to do, why did you move out. Like I remember I moved out when I was 18, and everyone was like nagging, blah blah blah, talking madly shit. Like even one of my dusty cousins, I do not like him, so I don't care if I talk shit about him, but even him, he was like 27, and he was like telling me in front of my other cousins that, oh, I didn't move out until I was like 27. And I was like, okay, ew, you are a full-grown man. Who the fuck at 27 as a man lives at home, you know? So ever since then, people have always like questioned me and want to like ask me stupid questions and why I've done the things I've done in my life or the decisions I've been taking. And it's so refreshing now to just know, because when I was 20, that's when I became very like selfish and started to do things that I actually want to do. At the beginning, I was kind of holding myself back. I didn't have the courage to do the things I actually want to do in this life because I used to always want to have someone with me. I felt like I wasn't worthy enough of those experiences if someone didn't kind of validate me that it was a good idea and wanted to come along. So that was my dilemma back then. But when I turned 20, I just remember I was like, shit, like now I'm 20, and even though you are still a kid, like you're still very young and naive, because when I meet 20 years old today, I'm like, shit, was I that stupid? I wasn't. But when I meet 20 years old girls today, I'm like, you guys are so slow, it's sad. But when I just think back about it, I really wanted to travel. I really wanted to do things. And when my friends couldn't and didn't want to, I started to do things all by myself. I booked my flights by myself. I traveled by myself. I went to places by myself. You know, when I want to go and eat, I go and eat all by myself. You know, like when I want to go shopping, I go out by myself. People, like I can walk somewhere, people know who I am because I'm so much outside. I'm always outside. You know, even when I go to the airport, the security guard who checks your bags, like last time when I went to Paris, he was like, you always travel, you know? And I was like, oh my god, you really remember me? But like, please, I'm very hard to forget. How can you not remember me? I'm sexy as fuck. But still, you guys know what I mean, you know? So just in general, I beg you, when you live your life for you and make sure that every part of your life is something you have always wanted to do and is aligned with the assignment you want to achieve in this life, you will win. Like there's no way you won't be able to accomplish the things you want in this life. You are a human person that has been blessed enough to be living on this earth. So make sure that it's the best life you have lived so far.